Hello everyone and welcome to our Yogalates practice for today. We have a brilliant flow for you today that will focus on strength, balance and detoxification of the body. So when you're ready, like many of my flows, we're going to begin in a wide-legged child's pose. So arms out in front of you, knees parted, big toes together, allowing the heart center to sink towards the mat. This is a really great pose to start with because it connects us to the mat. It allows us to focus on our breathing even more because our heart center is melted down and grounded, so we feel that deeper breath in the chest. It's also a great way to relax the body, relax the mind, especially if you close your eyes. So close your eyes for me just for this few seconds. We hold this pose and breathe deeply into the chest. Noticing that rise and fall, that rhythm that we have with the body, with the breathing. Wonderful, one more deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise up into tabletop, joining the knees together. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cow just to warm up the spine. So inhale, round the spine up, navel into spine, chin to chest. Exhale, let it go, round the spine down. Look forward, open through the chest. 4 more times like that. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the belly. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the belly down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the belly. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower the belly down. Now walk the hands forward slightly and allow the hips to come down towards the mat in a cobra position. Splay the fingertips, keeping your hands slightly off center underneath the shoulders. Keep a soft bend in the arms. Take a nice big inhale here into the chest. Exhale, let it go. Now just for our first warm-up exercise before we begin, let's just take a few waves here. Exhale, lower the body down. Inhale, rise, lifting the chest up off the mat, opening through the belly. Let's do that 4 more times. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, push up and rise. You may find it even easier to come up onto your fingertips, so tenting the hands. So exhale, lower. Inhale, rise, open through the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise and open through the front of the body. Exhale, lower, and inhale, rise. Now keeping with the theme of working the upper body, we're going to lower the chest all the way down to the mat. Take your arms out in front of you. We're going to take a few rounds of swimmers. So as we exhale, we're going to sweep the arms back behind us, squeezing the shoulder blades and lifting our chest up off the mat. As we exhale back down, reach the arms forward, chest lowers. Let's do that a bit faster, 9 more times. Inhale, rise, arms back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, you're halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Wonderful. Now whilst we're here, let's take a quick bow pose. So bend the legs and reach back for the ankles. Take the feet slightly outwards so you're kind of coming into a ballet first position. What we're going to do is we lift the thighs up off the mat, the chest will rise too, take the gaze ahead. Hold here, take a few deep breaths into the chest. You'll really feel this opening through the front of the body, through the front of the chest, opening through the collarbones. Also feeling this slightly in the quads. Exhale, lower the thighs down, release the hands. Take the hands beside the chest, lift up into chaturanga. Hold here for a moment. Inhale, upward facing dog, wonderful. Hold here for a few deep breaths. When you're ready, exhale, tuck the toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. Feel this nice release through the back of the legs, through the chest. This is a really great stretch for the entirety of the body, particularly the chest and the lower back, but you'll also feel this through the entirety of the spine, maybe even in the neck as you lengthen and elongate through the body, maybe even in the ankles from where you're extending through the legs and pushing the heels down. But let's add a little exercise here. So turn your hands so that they slightly turn inward towards one another, so that our elbows are pointing away from the body. Wonderful. We're going to lower the crown of the head down towards the mat and then lift back up on the inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. That's 5. Exhale, lower and lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 2 more. Lower and lift. Exhale, lower and lift. Back into our downward facing dog, fingertips pointing ahead. Wonderful. Feel that release for a moment, and then when you're ready, we're going to come forward into plank position. Let's take a few chaturanga push-ups. We're only going to take 5. So we're going to exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Really working the triceps. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up. And this time as we exhale, lower, we're going to inhale into our upward facing dog. Wonderful. Take a quick release here. If you want to release the thighs down to the mat to take the pressure off the hands, then please do. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel that relaxation of the body. The heart rate might be a little bit raised, but it's going to get even worse. So don't get too relaxed. Wonderful. When you're ready, push up into plank position. Now we've got quite a challenging exercise next. So when you're ready, you're going to step the right foot forward between the hands. Don't lower the back knee to the mat like we usually do. What we're going to do from here is take 10 lunge switches, jumping up and switching. The left foot comes forward. Okay, you ready? Let's go for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Oof, that was tough. Okay, come back into our downward facing dog. Take a nice big stretch here, and then we're going to step the right foot forward. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky, crescent lunge position. Take a nice big breath here. Exhale, sigh it out. Feel that release through the body, opening through the left hip flexor, spine is tall. Now, we're not done yet. We're only halfway through the workout, but this next exercise is also going to be a killer. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into our crescent lunge, and then on your inhale, we're going to lift up and tuck the leg into our chest, coming into a standing posture. That's your left leg. And then we're going to take a cross crunch, right elbow to left knee. Okay, you ready to do that 4 more times? Okay, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. Inhale, crescent lunge. That's 3. Exhale, cross crunch. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. 1 more. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. Now coming into our crescent lunge again. Take a nice big breath here. Feel that core a little bit. It might feel a little bit sore already. Wonderful. Now when you're ready, take your arms slightly in front and then slowly lift the back leg up off the mat, coming into warrior 3. Arms are in line with the ears here. Hold for a nice big inhale. Exhale, come to our standing posture with the knee tucked in towards the chest. That's the left knee in. When you're ready, we're going to cross the left knee over top of the right leg. We're going to come into our eagle posture, but we're just going to take a variation on this. We're going to take our arms behind us, interlacing the fingers and opening through the front of the chest. Take a nice big breath here. Feel that release. Feel that strength in the standing leg, that right grounded foot. Wonderful. Inhale, rise, tuck the left knee in towards the chest again. Exhale, step back into our crescent lunge. Now we've got one more exercise and it's going to focus on the legs. So take the arms to the sky if they're not there already. Interlace the fingers, but keep your index fingers pointing up. We're going to exhale, lower the back knee down, inhale, lift. So let's do that 9 more times, a little bit faster. So drop the knee, drop the knee, drop the knee, drop the knee, drop the knee. That's 5. Drop the knee, drop the knee, drop the knee, drop the knee, drop the knee. Wonderful. That really burnt out the quad there. So let's lower down all the way into a low lunge. And then we're going to step back into our tabletop position. Wonderful. Now let's make our way into our downward facing dog, and once you're here, this time let's step the left foot forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hold for a nice big inhale here. Feel the lengthening through the spine, through the body. Really stretching out the right psoas as well. Now are you ready to take those cross crunches? Inhale, lunge. Exhale, step forward and cross crunch. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. One more. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, cross crunch. Now step back into our crescent lunge, arms to the sky, in line with the head. Then reach the arms slightly forward, lift the right foot up off the mat and come into our warrior 3. Hold for a deep breath here. And then come forward, tucking the right knee in towards the body and cross the leg over top of the left. Coming into a different variation with our arms, so taking our arms behind us, interlacing the fingers and stretching through the front of the chest, just to stretch out any tension that we might find there. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Wonderful. When you're ready, let's lift up, tucking the knee into the chest. Step the right leg back, coming back into our crescent lunge. Arms come up. Interlace the fingers, extend the indexes towards the sky, and then let's do those lifts and lowers. So drop the knee down, and down, and down, and down, and down. That's 5. And down, and down, and down, and down, and down. Wonderful. Lower that knee down all the way, come into our low lunge, and then step back into our tabletop position. Now we've only got a final few exercises left, and we're going to make them count. So we're going to step back with the right foot into our low lunge. Once you meet me here, we're going to pivot on our left knee so that we come into a gate pose. So we're bringing our left hand down, reaching our right arm overhead. So we're extending through that right leg. So we're getting a nice long line with our leg and our side body and our arm, and you're really stretching the entirety of that side of the body. Nice big inhale here. Now making sure that the left knee is stacked underneath the hip, we're going to take a few ab exercises here. So just 10 of these. Let me demonstrate first and then we can do 10 together. So we're going to lift the right leg up off the mat, point the toe. We're going to lift the right arm and tap the hand towards the foot. Lower back down and stretch back into our gate pose, right arm overhead. Let's do that 10 times together. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, lower. That's 5. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale, hand to foot. Exhale, lower. Wonderful. Now stay in that gate pose for a moment. Feel that release. Then twist back into our low lunge, hands surrounding the foot. Let's just hold here. Take a few deep breaths and opening through that psoas. Then step the right foot back. Let's do that on the other side. So step the left foot forward, low lunge. Once you meet me here, pivot round so that we come into our gate pose. This time the right hand comes down, left arm overhead. Excellent. Are you ready to do those taps? Making sure that the right knee is underneath the right hip. Let's go. Tap, and exhale, release. Tap and release. Tap and release. Tap and release. Tap and release. You're halfway. Tap and release. Tap and release. Tap and release down. Tap and release. 2 more. Tap and release. Tap and release back into our gate pose. Wonderful. Nice big breath here. And then coming back into our low lunge position. Just hold for a few moments. Feel that release in the hips, in the glutes, in the back of the leg. Find that deep center, that deep stretch in the hip. And then step back into our tabletop position. Wonderful. Now when you meet me here, we're going to come down onto our sit bones and take our legs out in front of us. Once you've done this, we're going to take our hands behind us and we're just going to lift up into a reverse plank. Now what we're going to do from here is do alternate marches. So we're going to tuck the right knee in towards the body and then the left. Let's do that 10 times. Right and left. Right and left. Right and left. That's 6. Right and left. Right and left. Lower the hips back down. Take a quick rest here. And then come back up into the reverse plank. We're going to do a similar exercise, but we're going to keep the legs straight. You don't have to lift them very far though. So let's lift the right and left. 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 Wonderful. Lower all the way back down. Inhale, take the arms to the sky, and exhale, we're going to fold and reach towards those toes, interlacing the peace fingers around the big toes if you can. Just hold here, releasing the head towards the knees. Now lift up back to a neutral position with the spine. We've got one more exercise. So when you're ready, we're going to come into boat pose, arms out in front of us, feet are off the mat, keeping the legs bent. Now this is going to be a real challenge for the core. We're going to lower all the way down, almost with our back entirely on the floor, lowering our legs to a hover, coming into a low boat. Inhale, back into high boat. Let's do that 9 more times. Low boat, high boat. Exhale, low boat. High boat, low, high, low, high. You're halfway. Low and high, lower down and reach back up, lower down and up, lower and up, low boat, high boat. One more, lower and high boat. Hug the knees into the chest and then gently roll onto your back, keeping the knees in. Just rock from side to side, nice and gently. Feel that release through the lumbar spine, really massaging the parasympathetic nervous system, just winding down the body, calming ourselves after that intense practice. When you're ready, you can extend the legs out, arms down beside you, coming into Shavasana. Let's just take a few moments here, listening to the music, just calming the body down, feeling that release through the entire body. You may be a little bit sweaty, the heart rate may be up. But just use your breath to control your body, control your mind, and relax. When you're ready, we're going to rise up to a seated posture, coming into the center of our mat in seated easy pose. Take your hands at heart center and bow down to yourself, thanking yourself for your practice. Then join me in saying Namaste to end the flow. Namaste, thank you for joining me.